Good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to School Key Esports. This is going to be GOAT Racing League Beef Jerky Unlimited Xfinity Series. Alongside me tonight, he's back. Anthony Zirkle, how's your night going?
Oh, back ready to go. Feel 100%. I feel amazing right now, Nate.
Awesome to hear, man. We're glad you got better and got better somewhat quick, thankfully.
Yeah, it was within a couple of days, you know.
Sometimes it happens. Better to get some rest, take a little time away. He was out there with us in the chat still, though, so we still had a good time. All right, Circle, hit me with some track facts. I want to hear about Darlington. Hit me
Yeah,
with the
real
track
quick.
facts. Tell me what you think's going to
So,
happen tonight.
yeah, real quick, Harold Brashington, who was a retired racer himself in 1948, he bought a 70-acre field, which is now what's called Darlington Raceway. It was a cotton and peanut field originally before this, but he had to make an egged type shape racetrack, um, which one end is a lot narrower, a lot steeper, and everything else. Because when he bought this field from a farmer, he told the farmer he will not mess up a minnow field that is off in the distance of third of the turn 3 there. So with this track, it's the reason why it's this egg shaped and so narrow like it is because of that minnow field. So if there wouldn't have been a minnow field there, or he wouldn't have said that he would have kept it, it probably would have looked like just a bigger Martinsville, just way bigger and high banked like a Daytona and Talladega. But with this track, um, you see so much of the track in the corners, but yet you see a white dotted line. That actually is your low line around here. There,
Didn't
you can't go all the way down.
didn't they used to just drive on the apron and that banking was for like if you washed up kind of type deal?
Yeah, originally this track was not paved; it was actually dirt. When they paved this, uh, before they had paved this, they were trying to get in likes with Bill France Jr. They were competing with him with the Daytona Beach Road Course. So he was trying to compete with him and everything else. Made it dirt, and he made this track like this until it got paved. So this bottom side doesn't have a lot of banking at all whatsoever on it, but it's high banked. That from that bottom line up, it's pretty high banked, and you can get around this place pretty good.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of loose racing tonight. I mean, we're already in a loose car with the Xfinity series. And then we're at Darlington. We're also going to see some right side damage. I mean, we saw that in qualifying already. Cars tapping the wall there. We saw the right side damage already. We saw one spin out in qualifying even. With that being said, qualifying has finished. Your pole sitter for tonight with a 30.264, the number 48. That's Ron Walsh.
Shocker.
Outside end is going to be John Vanderwall in the 80. We're going to have Ricky Utting with Fast Lane Racing as well on the inside behind Walsh in the number 2. Philip Schmitz will follow Ricky Utting on the top, finishing row 2.
Yeah, and your row 3 here's Buzz Shear on the bottom and Levi McCarty on his outside. Aaron Jackson's on the inside there in row 4, and Brandon Burkhardt is on the outside there.
Dakota Airman, please tell me if you're out there in chat and know him if we pronounce that wrong or right. I'm gonna go with Airman. I hope it's right. We got Justin Reynolds in 10th with RBS. He's in the number 94. 11th is going to be Charles Van Scoik. That is your league owner for GOAT Racing. And then Jeff Ramsdale will be outside of row 6 in the 97.
Yeah, your inside row 7 is Sammy Harrell. Michael Coulter Jr. is on the outside of him. Maurice Burnett brings in the next row here on the inside in 15th. And Christoph is in 16th there. And you know what? I'll go ahead and finish it out here. Joshua Brock is in 17th. Joe Tardif's on his outside in 18th. Richard Crane is 19th. And Robert Doig, Sideways Motorsports BJU car, is on the outside in 20th position.
And just a reminder, folks, Christoph Hall is your race control for the Xfinity Series. So we'll see Tardif and Doig will both move up a row there. Alrighty.
Gotta give him a shout out every now and then.
Yeah. Circle, tell me a little bit about Beef Jerky Unlimited. They are
So
our
the beef,
Xfinity series sponsor.
they are the beefjerkyunlimited.com. You can get anything there from pork, beef, chicken. They have all kinds of different varieties. If you like it fiery, they got all the way up to the hottest you can get. And if you like it mild, you can get it either with the sweetest rubs or no rub whatsoever. But yeah, beefjerkyunlimited.com. You'll get you some beef jerky. And my opinion is the best beef jerky out there on the market.
There are the cars coming down the back stretch. The lights are off on the pace car. We're going to start this race when we get to the front stretch.
Yeah, this turn 3 and 4 right here is really tight. They got to really woe these cars down to get in, to get off of 4 here.
I will say I'm more of a fan of 3 and 4 than I am of 1 and 2.
Oh, I like the wide sweepers, man.
All right, they're approaching the Geico restart zone. Green flag will start the race, and there it is, folks. We are green flag at Darlington Speedway. Stage 1 will end after lap 16. Down into turn 1. Walsh is going to get out front early. See if he's going to break open that lead. We'll see if Van Scoit can sweep Tuesdays and Thursdays. He did win the Truck Series race here on Tuesday. Or we'll see if Walsh can continue his domination.
Yeah, you already see some cars back in the back. Get out of the way, get back out of the way, and just kind of ride here early. So might be a strategy play for later on in the race here.
Ron Walsh out to an early 0.8 of a second lead. Udding is hanging tough with Vanderwall there. Shearer in 4th. Currently your biggest mover of the race. That's going to be back here in 15th. That's Richard Crane. He's currently sitting in 15th, up 4 from the beginning.
And it looks like Bomb Dude again is having problems. He is out of the race already.
No. Bomb Dude.
I don't think his part came in like he was saying after Tuesday. He was trying to get some kind of card or something like that for his VR that would possibly help. So I don't think he came in the mail just yet.
Well, Bomb Dude, we hope you get that part soon, man. We want to see you out here on track. You always got a fast race car. That's your 94 of Reynolds. He's currently sitting in 10th where he started the race. Not a bad thing. Just means he hasn't moved up any spots yet. Hanging tough in that 10th spot right now.
Yeah, you don't want to move around this place very quickly because with these cars being so loose that they eat up a little bit of tire and a little more tire than what you want sometimes. And you kind of see some guys tiptoeing around 3 and 4 here and just trying to save the tires for later on because they only get 2 sets, I believe.
Yep, 2 extra sets in the pits. They do run 60% fuel. There is 1 fast repair and 1 green-white checkered attempt if they need it. But our stages tonight are going to be, as I mentioned, lap 16 will end stage 1. And we will take stage 2 all the way to lap 35. And then stage 3 is going to be a 45-lap dash to the finish.
Man, what a race back here for 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, these guys
They
are
are
going
all
at it.
over each other. It's not the most fun thing to go side by side at this track.
No, it's
to
not.
Me, it freaks me out going side by side. If anything, I try to just completely bum rush the entry and just try to hope to God I can do a slider line and get it past you. Because if not, I don't know where I'm going.
And you know what? Unfortunately, Zirkle and I found that out the hard way on Tuesday when I got loose up in the wall and came down into him.
Yes, I would say that was the payback, but I think that was more or less netcode. So
I wish I could say it was. But you know where we're going Saturday. That's where you got me.
Oh, this is true. Yep. He might get me, folks. So tune in to Signature Esports on Saturday night. He might get me back.
I ain't gonna do that on purpose. But it's Bristol dirt, so who knows what's gonna happen. I'm not a great dirt driver.
Shocker, I might get you back. Huh? Anyway, so This battle here with Vanderwall and Udding, man, they I think Udding was wasting his tires down there at the bottom, so he just kind of gave way to Vanderwall. And as you see the 43 car here,
You know what I'm surprised about? I haven't seen a whole lot of right side damage.
not yet. Now that you say that, might get some extras here.
Oh, I take it back.
Oh,
There's a
there's
little
some.
right side.
Ah, I told you.
I feel like his paint
Jinxed him.
is not showing up for me. What do you see
I
on his car?
I see just a gray, kind of like a test car.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we were seeing the same thing. Nah, the no sponsored 88. I love it. Matt Black.
Well, he is one of our newer members here, and he was.
There's a little right side. That's
Yeah,
that
there it
Darlington
is.
stripe. There's that number 7. I love this car. Big Allgaier fan, so love to see the paint schemes and he has so many cool ones.
Yeah, I mean, like the 7 there, and then the yellow area. If we zoom in, if we're able to do that, you can see corn cobs, and
Yeah.
like it's a corn number. So it's pretty freaking cool, I think.
All right, folks, back up to the front. There's your leader currently, Ron Walsh. He's almost 4 seconds ahead of second place at the moment. He's just out there moving. I would like to say with that big of a lead, you would think he's probably out there eating up the tires. But we know Ron races to not do that, so he's just got that clean air.
I think with him out there, he's just on a Sunday drive, saving a little bit. And even with him saving, like they always say, slower is faster. So he might be saving a little bit later on, too.
The only thing I can say is maybe he ran it hard for a few laps to get that lead, because right now he's holding about steady at that 3.7, 3.8 second lead. So
Yeah.
maybe he's backed off just a little bit, but I mean, we'll find out. We'll see who's got something for him.
Yeah, Ricky Udding, man, he's trying everything he can. He's 1 and 2, trying to dime in the corner, here, 3 and 4. He's just not able to get around that Vanderwall car right now. Maybe if McCarty is able to get around him, maybe he'll be able to go with him right behind him and steal that position. But as you see, Charles Van Scoik, the GOAT himself.
Greatest of all time racing league. That's the league he owns. That's the league he races in. He won Tuesday. Can he do it again? He played the fuel strategy. We'll see if that fuel strategy comes into play again tonight.
Yeah, that same fuel strategy that we've seen Bud Shear do, that clutching, wasn't it?
Yeah. Thankfully, I did not bring out the caution when I hit the wall late in the race, because I almost screwed my teammate out of a win.
And honestly, I would have loved to have seen that, because I was the first car a lap down, and I would have been able to catch the field.
Didn't happen. Sorry.
Yeah, well, it happens, right?
Oh, looked like the
There's
94.
our fellow Ohioan.
94 might have touched the wall just a little bit there. Got a little bit up the track. Might have just been wall riding. I don't see much damage.
I don't see it either. I'm really surprised 15 laps in. These guys are really handling these cars really well. I mean, yeah, you see some right side damage here and there, but they're actually, keeping the cars underneath them and being a little patient here. That's the one thing I love about this league is we have some cautions here and there, but man, these guys really keep their heads on their shoulders, and they really think about what they're doing and what kind of moves are going through their minds.
There goes your leader into turns 3 and 4 for the final time of stage 1. He almost caught the back of the field there. Ramsdale and Tardif just ahead of him as he comes to the start-finish line to end stage 1. Ooh. All right, your stage 1 top 10. These stage points are going to go from 10 points in first place to 1 point for 10th place. First place gets that playoff point as well. So Ron Walsh is going to get that playoff point. He's going to take the 10 points and win stage 1. Second place is going to be Vanderwall. Third place, Udding. Fourth place, you're going to have Levi McCarty, followed by Philip Schmitz in 5th. Bud Shear is going to come home 6th place in stage 1. 7th place will be Brandon Burkhart, Aaron Jackson in 8th, Justin Reynolds in 9th, and Michael Coulter Jr. will finish 10th in stage 1 and take that final stage point. And folks, real quick, just one of our other sponsors is AdminBoxx. Nice little button box for your admins, your race control, your league owners, or really if you just want to have one while you're racing, it comes in handy. It's got all buttons for about everything. Clearing black flags, throwing cautions, using your quick chats, all kinds of stuff. We will run that ad real quick for you, or that sponsor, not ad, sorry. And we will come back for pit stops. That is your AdminBoxx. That thing right there.
Everything's one click away.
I've heard all good things about it. All right, pit road should be open as it already was. There were some cars that came down pit road. Looks like 8th on back. So starting with Ricky Utting made a pit stop. Currently on pit, we still have Tardif, Sammy Harrell, Maurice Burnett, Richard Crane. Probably fixing a little bit of that right side damage, just trying to get the car straightened back out a little bit. So when they get more, it's not too much. Because it's going to happen. The later you get in the race,
sure.
the harder you start running. I mean, everybody's probably going to get in the wall at some point tonight.
If they haven't already. Yeah, I don't know, man. You're gonna have to knock down walls or something to just even get close to Ron Walsh, I think, at this point.
He's fast. I feel like it's gonna come down if they can run like they've ran in stage 1. It's gonna come down to fuel. That 45 lap stage 3. If they can make it on fuel by clutching, that's what it's gonna come down to. Who's going to be able to save? Or is there going to be a caution that's going to throw that all out the window? And we know tires are going to play a huge part here. So we're going to figure out who took tires, who didn't take tires, who just topped off their fuel, who just fixed damage. We're going to find all that out shortly.
Yeah, I'm hoping nobody had their damage checked this time, because if they did, I'd say it'd be a mistake. But you know, we've seen these races go through without these cautions. Now I know I probably done jinxed it, but we got these stage cautions here and there, so we'll see.
Lights are off on the pace car. They're going to line up double file here. And just a reminder for everybody out there, stage 2 is going to end on lap 35. So as soon as you see that ticker in the top left, hit at 36, caution will come out, stage will end. Running through the field, your front row for the restart is going to be Walsh and Vanderwall. Row 2, Shearer Reynolds. Row 3, Utting Ramsdale. Row 4 is going to have McCarty and Schmitz. And 9th will be Burkhart, 10th Coulter Jr. That'll be your row 5. Row 6, you're going to have Brock and Tardif. Row 7, Burnett, Harrell. Row 8, you're going to have Vance Glick and Crane. And row 9, currently Jackson. Airman is on pit road right now.
I think it'd be interesting to go in-car cam here with Shearer, see how they roll off into turn 1 here.
I still wish you could see their feet move.
Oh, it would be great. I think it's one of those. Here we go.
What a restart
there. Oh, here he goes on the outside here.
Bud Shearer looking. Oh, he gets into the wall.
He snagged the wall. Oh, no.
What a restart he had. He just drove it a little bit too far into one. I feel like he's got tires. Just maybe.
He either got tires or he just was able to save him a little bit more. But man, Walsh is gone, man. Look at him.
All it took was that little wall tap. Bud wanted it. He wanted it. And he went for it.
Yeah, real quick, I'll take you for a lap around here. Other than when he hits the wall here, as soon as he goes across the start finish line here. So this corner here, you want to kind of be off the gas just a little bit here. You hear Bud Shear, then you want to jump back on it to get to that top side that you see Ramsdale in, and then you want to diamond it, get it as close to that dotted white line as you can. And then here in 3 and 4, you really got to use the brake here. About halfway through, kind of pick it up a little bit here, and then drive her off of 4 and take her back into 1.
Ramsdale's car looks like he's coming alive a little bit here. He's making up ground on Walsh right now. Last lap, he was a tenth faster than Walsh. That lap, another 2/10 faster, so he's making that ground up, and he's making it up quick. Dark Rising Fishing says, yeet. What's up, Dark? Bomb Dude out there, thank you for joining us. Up, guys? He says, man, it sucks not seeing you out here on the track, Bomb Dude. Gotta get that part, man. We want to see you out here racing. You always got a fast car. Need to see that number 9 on track, buddy.
Yeah, for sure. We need to see that 9 out here competing for these wins and top 5s and everything else here. But got Ramsdale, man. I think he just caught Ron Walsh here. Did he get tires? That's the other thing, because that's what he did last week. He had tires.
Well, if it's
caught him.
If it comes down to it, I mean, if we have a green flag run for the final stage of the race, it's going to be tires aren't going to come into play. You're going to have to get a splash of fuel and go if you have to pit. D Zirkle out in the chat. Hey, baby boy and Nate, how's it going, Mama Zirk?
You know, with her out there, you know what we got to do. You know what cam she wants to see.
Oh, yeah. We'll get it. Dark, we understand. Got to make that money. Be back next week. We look forward to seeing you next week. Got to have that spicy car out here.
Hi, Dark.
And is that view this one?
Chopper. That's the blimp.
That's usually the one I do.
I think if you go between the blimp and the chopper, I think she'd be happy either way.
I do like this so you can see everything.
Yeah, you see all the ants. Oh, someone went really low there on the front stretch there. Who was that?
That is the 7 of Tardif down on the apron there.
Oh, man. Did he get loose, I wonder?
A little damage in the back of Crane's car there. Right up against the wall.
Yeah, for sure, Dark. They are actually running pretty clean lines here for this tricky track. You know, I don't know, Nate. This is kind of a debate as well. I want you to kind of think about this throughout the race and tell me at the end, which one would be more of a monster, this one or the lady in Dover? I know Miles the Monster's at Dover, but which one would be a little bit more of a headache to get around?
Darlington.
See, I'd say the same thing.
Folks,
I'd have to say the same thing, though, man.
Your new leader, while we were running through the field there, the pass was made. That's Ramsdale, currently a second ahead of Reynolds now in second, and Udding in third. Ron Walsh is all the way back to fourth place right now. It's got to be tires. Walsh is saving those tires.
Yeah, maybe he's gonna, maybe he thinks that there's gonna be a late caution or something, or he's gonna be able to put the 2 rights on if everybody has to pit. You know, no one's gonna have the tires there either.
Ooh, a little squarely off the corner.
Yeah, kind of going back to the Dover and Lady. Whoa, as he hits the wall on the right side hard, man. Ramsdale smacked it. Here comes Reynolds right up on 2, going into turn 3 and 4.
That one was hard enough. It's probably going to affect the car a little bit.
Oh yeah, instant tightness right there. Instant.
Very good point, Dark. Tires are such a huge part of speed here. Once they get hot, that's it. Oh, yeah. Then you're loose all over the place. Oh,
Again!
and Ramsdale into the wall again. I think we're seeing exactly what you said there, Dark. Ramsdale's getting those tires a little bit too hot. He's going to have to let them cool off and then try to make a run again. Now we see the 94 into the wall. They're racing hard up there, that's for sure. The 8 car ducks down low to get out of the way of the lead lap cars. All that's doing is letting Udding get a little bit closer.
There he is again, 94 in the wall. Man.
I just think they don't want to hold on to the lead right now.
Well, this is the last lap here, just before they switch this off, I believe.
Yep, this lap is the final lap of stage 2. Coming to the start finish. Justin Reynolds is going to take stage 2. Ooh, Ramsdale edges out Udding at the finish line. So your actual second place finisher for the stage is going to be Ramsdale. When the caution comes out, it's going to be a little bit different. So Udding Sweek just ahead of him there after the start finish. But at the finish line, Ramsdale had him. So your top 10 for that stage was Reynolds, Ramsdale, Udding, Walsh, Harrell, Vanderwall, McCarty, Schmitz, Van Scoik, and Burkhart rounding out your top 10.
Oh, and Dark, I did hydrate. I don't think Nate has yet.
It didn't tell me.
It says, Dark Horizon Fish and Redeem, make me hydrate 100. Can you not read, Nate? Come on, man.
It's not showing me.
Oh, that's an excuse. Real good excuse.
I'll hydrate. Don't you
worry. For this one, off of that, I would say Darlington. Darlington damage from the first 2. Darlington stripes, maybe a few others, but it's so hard. Nate and I, Nate, you can contest to this, but it's so hard to come off of turn 2 when you have so much speed 1 and 2. It's just a wide sweeping turn. It's hard to keep your car underneath you. As we see pit stops here. Reynolds leads in a bunch of cars here. Looks like a few of them stayed out. Looks like 3 stayed out unless they're in the back here. Let's see them right sides. If the right sides go up, you know what's happening.
We had 1 car on the lead lap from what I can see stay out.
Sammy Harrell looks like. If I'm seeing that correctly. Looks like Joe Tardif and Burnett are staying out. Maybe to get a wave around, possibly?
Which
or
is
just coming
unfortunately not going to happen for them because of Sammy.
Yeah, this is true.
Saw a lot of right sides and left sides go up there. We're going to see a lot of fresh tires. And I would agree. I think the top 2 there, I think we maybe a little Darlington stripe for the 94. But I think the 97 definitely had some Darlington damage there because he's still on pit road fixing that car.
Oh, he knocking the walls down. Yep, here comes Tardif here and the 8 car of Burnett.
I would imagine if they could have got the wave round, they probably would have stayed out. But
Yep.
Sammy Harrell stayed out. He's going to take over the lead starting the final stage of the race. But
Man,
we
what
do
is?
know he won't be able to make it on fuel for sure.
Look at that sponsor he's got on there. What is that sponsor? Is that
That's
Doobie?
Dubby Energy.
Dubby. Oh, that's one of our new sponsors, I believe, isn't it, Nate?
Yes, sir, it is. And it's good stuff, I will say. I have tried
Have
it.
you tried it yet?
I have.
Where is it at? Where can you find it?
W.GG.
Ah, so it's only online then, huh?
I actually don't
Gotcha.
know if it's in stores and stuff. I'm not 100% sure there. I ordered some online, a little sample pack.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get something like that and try it. I always like trying the new energy drinks and all that fun stuff.
Dark Bomb Dude had, I think, VR issues.
Yes, his some kind of card or whatever. I had mentioned earlier, but just before the race, so he had a card issue that happened on Tuesday. His VR completely went out on him once again. So, uh, one of his teammates runs the same VR. He said he got something different, and he's gonna get it off of Amazon, and it still hasn't come in yet.
Once again, the lights are out on the pace car. We're going to start the final stage here. We've got about 41 to go, if you count lap 80. We're going to have 40 to go when we take the green flag. Can they go 40 laps on fuel? If you save, I think somebody's going to play the fuel strategy here. Somebody might come out on top. That person could be that car sitting there in 7th place. This is about where he was in the truck race about this time.
If you say Harrell's name, no. If you say Udding or Walsh, yes. Udding has
Vanskoik,
really been good.
the GOAT.
I don't know. I don't think he can sweep, but hey, I'll be surprised if he does. He can shoot me later for it, but we're going back to green here. See what Sammy Harrell can do.
He's going
I'd
to move
imagine it
up.
takes him all the way to the top there.
Yeah, he's going to move up into that top line, diamond it down back to the bottom. He's going to get a good runoff too here, but the 94's got an even better one. He's going to duck down to the inside. He's going to try to take away that line.
There's a slider. Throw it into the corner and slide up right in front of him.
He got the 43 stuck up there. And these guys too, the 43, it's not that he ran a bad line or got pushed out of the way or anything there. These guys are on fresh tires. He's not. So like Reynolds, Udding, Walsh, all these guys came in and got tires.
Yeah, Dark clutching it definitely will save some fuel, but honestly, for Harrell's point of view here, he would have to clutch it every single lap, I believe, if he was going to even have a chance to save it. But Ricky Udding has been known to save up a lot of fuel. Ron Walsh, of course, there's that name once again, has been known to save fuel. And Charles Van Scoik has actually done pretty well at saving fuel, too. And speaking of Charles Van Scoik, look where he's at, Nate. He's in top 5 now.
He's moving up. Walsh is also moving up. He's up to second now. Got around his teammate of Udding. Now he's got his sights set on Reynolds. Reynolds was one Tuesday as well that was able to save a fuel. Just didn't save quite enough to be able to make up the gap at the end of the race. Because he just didn't quite save early enough to where he could push Charles to run out of fuel. And here quickly comes Walsh. He's on the back bumper of the 94 now.
Well, he ain't so mellow with that yellow car right now, right, especially with Ron Walsh in the rear view right now.
Walsh dives down to the inside. He's going to look to take the inside line away from Reynolds into turn one. Not quite going to get it done this time. He wants to pull that slide job. It's about the only way you can really pass here. There's other ways, but that's That's the way that most people get it done. 3-car moving up, says Dark Horizon. You are correct. He's actually he's currently 1 behind Reynolds. Reynolds is your biggest mover of the race. He's up 9, but Michael Coulter Jr. is up 8. Up to 6th place right now. Looking to put the pressure on the 2 in front of him, Vanderwall and Van Scoit.
So is the number 1 car there too. He's matching Michael Coulter as well at +8. That 1 skull car.
He's keeping it down on that dotted line.
Man, you can really hear the tires scraping. They're singing. Getting out of the throttle just a little bit to diamond that corner to get out of turn 2.
I would say the 23 and the 3 right now, they look like they want to go. They just can't quite make the move on the 80.
Yeah, Vanderwall's definitely in the way, and it's like I said before, this place is hard to pass.
Yeah, that 3 car wants to go, and we're seeing it. Yeah, I agree, Dark. I like the color of that roll cage.
You know what other car I like right now is that number 1. We haven't shown him much today.
Dark
That number
Horizon
1.
Fishing. Sorry, we had to check out his sponsor.
Oh yes.
Dark Horizon Fishing on the hood of the car there. It's also on the back.
Nice. Good looking, man. Heck
I
yeah.
like the colors too.
Oh yes.
That green and that orange go very well with that black.
Oh, I love the neon green, man. It's awesome looking.
Got a little green on the 1 car here.
That is my favorite car of the race right now. Really throwing it back to Darlington here.
That is the one of Joshua Brock, who is also one of the cars that is +8 for this race. He's cracked the top 10. He's moved up to 9th. He's got his sights set on Philip Schmitz ahead of him in the 11 car. Running a good race. Up 8 spots. Aaron Jackson currently sitting in the 10th. He's down 3 from the beginning. No right side. It's a good thing. Burkhart currently sitting back in the 11th position. Levi McCarty in that Gravedigger paint scheme. I know you like that one.
Oh yeah, the Gravedigger's another one of my favorites as well. I don't know. I'm trying to look and see where who he's throwing that back to. That number 1 Skull Bandit car. Ah, Rick Mast drove that number 1 Skull. So he's throwing it back all the way to Rick Mast at 1991.
Love it. Love the throwbacks.
Darlington, baby. You gotta have the. That bomb dude over on YouTube says Dover over this track all day. You know what? That goes back to the debate a little bit. Yeah. I mean, what track is a little bit more of a tougher track to race? And
Darlington.
Yes, Darlington definitely has its flaws, definitely for sure. But you also got to think about Dover. It's a 1 mile concrete track.
But you
It is
can
high
pass.
speeds. I know you. Yeah, well, this is true. You can every now and then, but concrete is so much more. I believe so much more wearable on these tires. You're so fast going into the corners. You're not only going into the corner, you are roller coastering yourself into the corner and roller coastering out of the corner. So no matter what you're doing, you're either loose in or you're loose off big time. Just for the simple fact of how much speed you are carrying in that high banked 1 mile track.
I'll race Dover all day, just like he said over this track. I love it.
Oh,
I
yes,
love
for
watching
sure.
Darlington. Love watching Darlington. That's the point for me. I am not good. Like I had a decent run in stage 1 at Darlington, but I am eh.
Well, let's put it this way: I was for the fate of the stream, I was dog poop, second and third stage, all thanks to the number 5 truck. But anyway,
That's me.
um,
That's
but
me.
no, it was one of those races. It was just frustrating. This track is for sure a rhythm track. It is a driver's track. No matter what you do here, if you do not like this track does not like you back. But this track is definitely unique, and this is the reason why NASCAR comes to this track. All 3 series, man.
That's
All
the
3 of
problem.
them.
I just can't. I just can't find the groove here and stay in it. It's tough for
It's
me. Now you take me to Auto Club. I'll race that track all day and all night.
Oh yeah, you're senior auto club yourself.
I love that track. Doesn't matter what car you give me.
Oh yeah.
That's one track I can confidently say I am good at.
Oh, we got a posture check and hydrate here, Nate.
Posture check. I was being lazy and slouching.
I had to redo mine just because of I had to pop my back. There we go. We're good. Anyway, 22 to go. Here we are looking at Mr. Vanderwall. Looks like Van Scoik and Coulter both fell to the 88 of Ehrman here. So does the 88 have something here for the 80?
Oh, we also got another hydrate.
Oh, we got 2. Okay. Hey, I got to tell you, the brisk strawberry watermelon right now is going down pretty good.
In the highlighted message from Dark Horizon, go Coulter, go. Coulter currently sitting in the 6th position. He's still moving up the field. He got around Van Scoik. That was another position for him. Dark Horizon fishing on the hood.
Next question is Van Scoik starting to clutch it here? Are we thinking about saving?
We'll see when he enters the corner here. Not yet.
No. Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Just a little bit. Little blips. Oh, yeah, there's the one.
That's the one I always know that I can go to.
He never fails on trying to get some extra fuel out of the fuel tank here. Let's see what Ron Walsh is doing here. Yep, he's starting to.
Man, this just tells me I really got to set my clutch up. I don't use it. I just try to save fuel by letting off the gas early and staying off of it, but it just doesn't save like clutching.
Yeah, you could definitely map a button. I believe is from what the. Oh man, you missed a shift. I believe went down instead of up. Could have been a big thing right there.
So they're definitely out here saving. Uh-oh. The green flag pit stops have started. Some of these drivers aren't trying to save anymore. They're coming in, they're getting their splash so they can make it.
Yeah,
second place, Justin Reynolds now on pit road. Ehrman, 4th place, he came down pit road. Vanderwall, he's on pit. Richard Crane's also coming down. So We're seeing some of these drivers aren't going to chance saving.
This is going to be interesting. Does this start as the 97 behind Ron Walsh breaks the wall once again. Oh my goodness. He just came out to just get fuel.
Doesn't look too bad yet.
A gallon I'm saving too is what Dark Horizon said out in chat.
Oh, less money you got to pay for fuel for that car.
For sure.
So the top 10 still have not pitted. Twisted teed that wall.
Yes, they did.
Oh man, that just okay.
Love it.
No, it didn't register at first when I started reading it. Now I got it.
And twisted it again. Holy moly. So let's see here. You still got Ron Walsh out here. You got Ricky Edding, Charles Van Scoyk, Smits, Burkhart, McCarty, Aaron Jackson, Bud Shear, and Joe Tardif, the ones that have not come down for fuel at all yet. So makes me wonder that they were starting to save a lot earlier. Of course, you know the 93 is, of course, already. You've seen it on the screen. And the 48 is as well. But as the 7 takes the wall down with him. That is a scrape, not a Darlington stripe, I believe. Oh, 97's really slow here.
Damage has got to be holding that car up a little bit.
Oh, for sure. Or Harold's got some nice new, fresh Goodyears for Mr. Feelgoods.
There is one other car that did stay out so far. That was Maurice. Let me make sure I'm looking at it right. Yep. Maurice Burnett has not made a pit stop yet as well. He's currently sitting in 16th. He is one lap down right now, which is why I would assume he's trying to hold off and not pit so he can try to make up a few positions there.
Yeah, Ron Walsh is breathing down his neck though, just for that for 2 laps down. But yeah, the toe angle's gotta be horrible on these things that on post race inspections. Might be getting sided here after the race.
I will say we're gonna start getting down to where this is gonna get interesting. We got 11 to go. Walsh has got a 6-second lead, so he can save pretty much all he wants to right now. Now it's going to come down to that fuel game between, Udding, Van Scoyk, Schmitz, Burkhart, McCarty, Jackson, Shearer, Tardif. Who's going to be able to save, stay out, hold those positions, maybe make a run at Walsh if he does start to run out of fuel?
Well, it looks like Walsh is starting to save a little bit more because when he was in turn 2, he was at 5.8. He came out of turn 2 and went low. He was at 5.4. So, I mean, he jumped it back up to 5.8 here, but it's going to be interesting to see who's really saving here. And it could come down to this. Who knows? Could also come to depth perception on some of these guys that either came in and got tires if they did with their fuel and just not able to slow down in time and not gauging how slow the car is going in front of them.
One thing that could really change this up too, with all these cars on old tires, will there be a caution? With 9 to go, is somebody going to get into the wall too hard? Is somebody going to lose it? Is somebody going to get into somebody? That's all probably going through some of these drivers' minds as well, because they've made their bets. They've decided, hey, we're going to try to save fuel. Because now if they have to pit, these other cars have started making up even more time because they weren't saving. They were running it harder. And they're running harder now. So If they have to pit, unless it's under caution, they're going to be hurting.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I know if you hit that wall just right coming out of turn 2 or even turn 4, you hit it just right and go, and instead of your car staying on the wall, it jumps completely left and goes straight into the inside wall. It happens. It has happened before. So it's going to be interesting to see if that one person does take that turn or those turns wrong, and they do hit it completely wrong, and it
One,
just messes everything up.
the lead's going back a little bit to extended now, but one thing I will say, and we're seeing it drop once again, Van Scoik went around Udding. I think Van Scoik is saying he has saved enough fuel. I'm putting the pedal down, and I'm going after Walsh now.
Yeah, because he's really ate almost about a half, if not 3/4 of a second out of that lead just in 2 turns here. So I'm wondering if he has said, you know what, I'm done, I'm good.
He ran
Go.
almost 2 seconds. Oh
Oh,
no! The 23 slides up into the
oh
wall.
gosh.
That's unfortunate. He had made up
Oh,
3 seconds on Walsh.
just as we started talking about it. Sorry, Charles.
Oh, he was coming after him hard too. Just as I say that, though, Ron Walsh has turned it up as well. He just ran a 32.3, where he was running 34-second laps. I think Ron Walsh saw that, and he said, nope, not happening.
Yeah, just to gauge. I mean, granted, I know Charles just ran into the wall earlier, but these last 2 laps, 32.36, and Charles ran a 32.6. So he's 3/10 off of what Ron Walsh is doing right now. So
Yeah, that damage is not going to do him any favors now.
actually, that time by Charles was a little quicker than he was, 32.35 at 32.49. So
Unfortunately, that's not going to make up the almost 5 second lead that Walsh has on Van Scoik. Ricky Udding sitting in second, pretty safe right now. Got about a second and a half, a little more, back to 4th place. So your top 3 all pretty secure where they're sitting right now. Walsh very close to the wall there, keeps it off
oof.
of it though. And he's got 3 to go. He's got a 5 second lead, so he's doesn't have to put too much pressure on. I heard him clutch right there. He's still trying to save.
Yeah, this could be interesting. I don't think we can say Ron Walsh is the winner just yet. It almost comes down to coming out of turn 2, down the but down the backstretch as well, just to see
2 to
where
go.
everybody's at. Let's ride shotgun with Walsh, see if he does run out or not. Last 2 laps here.
Uh-oh.
He's clutching it. He's clutching a lot.
That's not good. If you had to clutch that much, that tells me you are afraid right now. Oh no. He might be... Is he out? No, he's just letting a 3
No,
go.
he's letting the Coulter go by. Man, oh man.
Final lap. Does he have enough? If he doesn't run out here, I think he'll be able to coast to the lead.
Oh. Oh man. Every time he clutches it like that, I think he's out.
Into 3, coming out of 4. I think he's going to have enough power to get it there. Probably won't have enough for burnouts. There is your winner at Darlington. That's Ron Walsh. Charles Van Scoik going to come across the line second. You know what? He almost swept it. He had a chance.
Yeah, I think he'd be happy with a 1-2, to be honest. Ricky Edding comes in 3rd here with Jackson 4th. Schmitz is 5th. Looks like Levi McCarty is 6th. 7th is Burkhart. Bud Shears 8th. Ehrman is 9th, and rounding out your top 10 is Mr. Reynolds. 3 car Coulter comes in 11th. Brock comes in 12th. And Joe Tardo 13th. Vanderwall is 14th. And it looks like Ramsdale's 15th, 16th, Sammy Harrell. Richard Crane is 17th. 18th is Maurice Burnett. And Bomb Dude rounds out your 19 car field. Man, what a race. What a race. I definitely wouldn't have been on watch there the last couple of laps. I can tell you
Yeah.
that.
I almost called it. Van Scoik was almost there. He just had that unfortunate tap with the wall, and I think that's what got him. Because as much as we saw Ron having to save there, I think if Charles said he had enough fuel left and he was able to go, I think he had it.
For sure.
Alrighty, folks, we will interview the top three here. Once they get up to the waiting room, we will talk to Ron Walsh, your winner. We will talk to Charles Van Scoik, your league owner, the GOAT himself, came home second, and Ricky Utting, teammate of Ron Walsh, is going to come home third. I'm gonna say that didn't quite turn out the way that I thought it would, and I will say I expected the long run on the last one because we've seen a lot of fuel strategy races in this GOAT racing in all the series. But I expected we had zero cautions for incidents. Zero.
I mean, that right there just shows how well these drivers are racing, how well they know their craft, they perfected their craft, and everything. That's the reason why I said earlier before this race started, this league has great drivers in it. We don't just go into the whatever race and just mess up. We don't have those other ones in here like that, and it's such a good clean race, such a good clean um, league here. So all three series, by the way, trucks, Xfinity, and in the Cup as well. So
Yeah, I will say
we have our moments.
I thought that I was a good driver in the trucks, and I'm not saying that I'm not. But racing with these guys has really showed me that I still have a lot more to learn than I thought I did. I thought I had it down a little bit, and then I raced with GOAT and I raced with these guys. And holy cow, there are some damn good drivers in this league.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like I've said before, and I've talked to you before. Um, some of these tracks we like going to. For me, Atlanta, Texas, some of these other tracks, like for you, Auto Club, Michigan, these type of tracks, we get there and we're like, wow, well, I guess we're not, we really got a lot of things to think about and see what's going on. But man, these guys are so good. They open your eyes, and um, they just perfect their craft like most drivers are supposed to. And you know what? Speaking of the perfecting the craft, we're going to talk to the Ron E. Walsh. And you know what? I don't think I'm ever gonna get tired of talking to this man. This Ron Walsh guy. I'm not ever gonna get tired of talking to him. But Ron Walsh, congratulations on the win tonight. Welcome to the broadcast booth up here for the Beef Jerky Unlimited GOAT Series, Xfinity
Thank you,
Series.
gentlemen. Thank you.
We
Yeah,
heard you clutching.
I'm not getting sick of being in here.
Oh, we're not sick of talking to you either, man. But you know what? I'll say this: we watched you the last two laps. I don't know if you felt us or not, but we watched you those last laps.
Okay.
You
Okay.
had me and Nate's heart drop about 4 or 5 times when we heard you clutching in on the straightaways.
What you think? I was running out?
We thought you ran out. We're like, he ran out. Oh, never mind, he clutched it. So I mean, were you that close
Oh yeah.
at
Yeah,
the end?
I ran out as soon as I crossed the finish line. I was done. That's why I
Oh,
coasted into the pit. So
oh
that's why I
goodness.
had Aaron do my burnout.
Uh,
I was like, Aaron, go do a burnout for me because I can't get there.
oh my goodness,
But
man!
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You put on a show once again. You had us thinking that somebody else was going to beat you in the second stage. You got to quit doing that to us. But either way, um, did
Well,
you
well,
save a set of tires there at the end?
well, I went in at the end of the second stage, got tires, and I still had a set left. I know Jeff, he's awesome at saving his tires for the first stage, and then he just plows right by me because I wear out mine in the first stage. So the second stage, it was me and Jeff went to the back, and I forget who was up there. Justin, I think it is.
Yeah.
Justin Reynolds. He was up there, and we were fighting a little bit, and he let me by, and he started backing up. So I'm like, oh, he's saving. So I started backing up. I'm like, I'm saving too. Hell with that. But I think if I would have kept full bore, he would have got me. Him and Charles would have got me.
Yeah,
But
we
like I said at Dover, remember I said I tried to make that cushion so I could clutch it and save and save and save. Once I got to like 5 seconds, that's when I was like, okay, I better start saving now.
yeah, we were watching the times from you to Charles, who was in second. There was a point with about 7 to go where we said, okay, Charles is saying he's got enough fuel because he put the pedal down, and within a lap he made up 2 seconds, and then unfortunately he got into the wall, and
Oh, okay.
that kind of ended
So
his run. But
so he probably would have had me. If he didn't get into the wall, he probably would have got me. So thank
It
you
would have
all.
been
Now,
very close. The lady in black said, "No, no, Charles."
yeah, not today. Oh, it
Yeah,
was a great race though. I have fun racing this league. So
yeah, man. You look like you were on rails. Looks like you were, smooth as all could be. Every single time we hopped into the car with you, took a couple laps, man. It's so smooth out there. And this time is yours, Ron. Take it. Let us hear all them sponsors out there.
I'd like to thank Beef Jerky Unlimited. I'd like to thank you, Skull Key Esports, for broadcasting this. AdminBoxx, Goat Racing, Charles, all the admins. I'd like to thank Christoph for calling a good race, and I'd like to thank all my teammates. John Vanderwall is with us, Ricky Utting, Brandon, and Aaron, and we got a new friend here. Dakota's our friend, but he's not on our team. He's a single guy, so.
is it Ehrman or Airman?
Um, I think it's Dakota Airman.
Okay.
Airman? Yeah, maybe Airman.
I got to double check with them so I don't screw.
Yeah. Double check with him. He's actually he had to step away, so he wasn't able to qualify or get to the grid fast enough. But yeah, you're gonna see things out of him. So
All right, man. Again, congratulations on the win this week. I'd say hopefully we get to talk to you again, but I'm pretty sure that'll come no matter what, right?
yeah, most definitely. I'll try. I try to win as much as I can. I need to get to
There you go.
the top of that point system.
There you go, man. All right, man. You have a
All
good
right.
one.
You too, guys. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
no problem.
Congratulations.
Later,
Ron.
guys. Thank you, guys.
All right, let's bring up the GOAT himself. Charles. I feel like you're happy about finishing second, but I feel like you're also a little disappointed because we saw you hit the wall there. Sure.
Can you hear me? Sorry about that.
There we go.
Yep. What would you guys say?
Okay. All right. So I said I feel like you're happy that you finished second, but I feel like if we were there with you, you're probably a little disappointed because it looked like you had the run, and then you just had that unfortunate the wall.
Yeah, I was just talking in the waiting room with Ricky. I'm one of those guys that realizes sometimes I do something stupid because I was comfortable. I won Tuesday night, but now I'm sitting there thinking, all right, I'm better than I am, and I did something stupid and hit the wall, and I was hawking them down a little bit, and so then at that point, once I hit the wall, it was just try to save second place. So
Yeah, we saw you about 5 seconds down, and then it looked like what I said on stream was it looks like Charles has said he's saved enough fuel and I'm going, And just when you did that, you made up 2 seconds. Did you have enough fuel, or were you still going to be on edge at the end?
No, I would have had. When I crossed the line, I had like 0.7 laps left. So, um, yeah, I probably would have made it, or I was gonna go for it,
Right.
but definitely didn't pan out because I hit the wall pretty good there. So, but I mean, I'll take a second. Again, not the fastest car.
That's
I
fine.
was definitely faster in Xfinity at Darlington than I was at Truck. So, but you know, was able to third stage. I was pushing a little bit, staying up with the guys, and then kind of trying to use the same strategy as Tuesday. I was trying to push a little bit to get them to push to think I'm going, and but obviously Ron saved and got a big enough lead, then saved enough. Um, I think maybe I started saving maybe a lap or two early, but all in all, it was fun night, and obviously I'm not going to complain about a P2 in any league because you guys know my luck. So
I will say, when you go back and watch the stream, Zirkle Zirkle said you were going to be mad at him because when you were in seventh, starting the final stage, I said you were the one to watch out for, and Zirkle said, "Nah, I just don't see it."
well, well, listen, he's not wrong. Based off of either a wreck and listen, let's forget about all that. These drivers, that's back to back Martinsville, and we had one caution. Like that's just kudos to the guys. That I'm sure it was fun broadcasting because there was some dicey situations, people in the wall. I know one of our newcomers was in the wall. He did an awesome job staying in the wall. Everyone was aware. Um, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, and that's just kudos to you being able to bring these drivers in, bring a good support group behind what you're wanting to build in this league, and you've done a very, very good job with so many races already under our belt, and it's starting to show, man. I mean, yes, we've seen our blemishes, but every league has those races that happens. But yeah, kudos to you being able to build this, being able to have a foundation for things to be built on. So
Yeah, I mean
very,
it goes a long way with the Sammy and Bud, uh, and Nate as admins, you as broadcasters, Signature, who even today was helping me change the RAM in my computer, which you guys would have got a riot out of because you guys know how I am with computers. But it's not even just the admins. I mean, Brandon Burkhardt, Aaron, Ron Walsh. I'm probably gonna miss a couple people, but I sit in chats afterwards, ask their advice because these guys have been doing it for you know a lot longer than me, and I do not have the ego where I'm not gonna listen to those guys. So they've helped me with a couple tweaks here and there and certain things, and you know basically it's just they talk, I listen, and it's my name is I guess on the league, but it's the admins and then the guys that aren't even admins that I'm in their DMs constantly. They're probably pissed off that I text them as much to ask their advice, but it's those guys. It's nothing I did. I'm just trying to keep up with these fast SOBs. You know what I mean?
yes, for sure. And you know what? You had a little extra, grease in that McDonald's car today, being able to not run out like Ron Walsh did going across the line there. So
Yeah, I wish CD shouldn't have told me that because now I'm real pissed knowing that he ran out. But just to have any race, because I don't think I have finished a race ahead of him. So any race, even if it's I finish sixth or seventh, I finish ahead of him. That would be like a David versus Goliath thing. So, but
we'll see that's one thing I had to have you mad at me for. So at least I
there,
done did
yeah,
that one.
definitely, that's definitely something to be mad. But you know what? It's only mad at myself. So.
Yeah, it's
I
all
like
good, man.
to, I changed my strategies. First stage, I just dropped to the back and I used the first stage as practice and I watch what everyone else is doing. So hopefully it continues like that. And previously, when I did that, I always end up getting caught up in wrecks or something. But like I said, that's kudos to all the other drivers because if there's a wreck, my car's in it. So
All right, Charles. Once again, congratulations on P2. Go ahead, give us your shout outs.
I mean, this is unusual. Two races in a row, and I'm getting interviewed. So it's it's the same. I mean, sponsors who put the league together. I left out Beef Jerky Tuesday night, so I hope he doesn't kill me. So I'll make sure I mention him first. Beef Jerky Unlimited, um, AdminBoxx, Jack's Racing Collectibles, Diecast by Bobby. We just got them, which seems like everyone just got them, but um, and MDR Designs, who does all my paint schemes, and he's helping out a little bit in the league, doing some paint schemes for a couple guys. And then obviously the broadcasters, you guys helping out, and then obviously Signature. I know he's helps you out, and he's the other broadcaster of the league, but that man helps out everywhere just like you guys do. So I got to give him a shout out, even not on his broadcast.
Definitely. All right, Charles. Once again, congratulations on P2. And
Yep.
enjoy the rest of your night. And we'll see you Saturday at Bristol Dirt.
You will
can't
not.
wait.
I will be at Pocono. I will be watching though.
I will not see you at Bristol Dirt.
I will see you next Thursday because trucks are off next week.
Fair enough.
All right, let's go ahead and get Ricky Utting up here. Let's see. Ricky Utting, welcome to the broadcast booth up here, and of course, the third wheel of this broadcast today. Congratulations on your third place finish there, and kind of go through this race with us a little bit.
Hey guys. Okay, well, I thought it was going to be filled with more cautions. The fixed setup was a little tight in, loose off, but everyone figured it out and did a really great job. There was a lot of give and take, so I was able to run up front for the first couple stages, which was great. And then after running the truck race here Tuesday night, I got beat on a fuel mileage strategy. So when we started the third stage, I thought to myself, well, maybe I better pay attention to that. And I'm glad I did because I ran out right at the finish line. So I had to give up second place to Charles. So, kudos to him. I can't believe Ron made it. Kudos to him. Those guys saved and did a great job. So it was a good race.
Yeah, man, we were watching you. I think it was first stage, trying to get past the 80 car of John Vanderwall, and you were really trying to dime in the corners and trying to get a good launch off of turn 2 and coming off of 4 as well. Um, was it that hard to pass here?
Yeah, a little bit like New Hampshire. I think if you want to pass here, you have to be aggressive. And I thought to myself, it's the first stage, and John's new to this league, and I was content to maybe stay in third if But as people got to my bumper, I had to push the issue a little bit. But John did good and held on to it. But yeah, I didn't force the issue.
Yeah, for sure. Nate, you got anything for Ricky here?
Ricky, first off, congratulations on P3. Heck of a race to watch. I, like you, was kind of shocked that there wasn't more cautions. I know the truck race went pretty well. There was only one for incident. Today we had 0. And just kind of your opinion, because we've stated ours already. Just how do you think from beginning to now, like how is this league coming along? Because we're seeing a lot of improvement from a lot of drivers.
I actually think the league versus league sort of brought everyone together, and there was just a ton of give and take out there today. There was guys spinning on restarts and people checking up, and you can't go too wide into into turn one, and people were backing off for that. And I know I backed off on exit of 2 a couple times, and so I think that the league as a whole, people have a greater respect for each other, it showed. It showed. Unbelievable that we went caution free.
I would agree. I definitely think there's been a lot more camaraderie within the league since that. We all know how that went. We did good. We came out on top, but I would agree. The league as a whole, I feel like all the drivers are being a little more respectful to each other. They're not out there trying to push every issue. The give and take is there when it needs to be. And I think it's just going to continue to get better.
I've told other people this, and I hope this is true in the league. But you just want to get what your car is capable of doing. So if somebody catches you from 2 seconds back, um, chances are they're going to get by you, and so um, you'll do better yourself if you orchestrate their pass and save yourself some time. So today, I mean, I didn't see a lot of the racing in the back of the pack, but I have a hunch that there was a lot of give and take.
Yeah, we saw it all over the track. So once again, Ricky, congratulations on P3. Go ahead and give us your shoutouts.
Thanks, guys. Well, I'm very excited about the league right now. So I just got to thank G.O.A.T Racing for putting on the league. Thanks to you and Nathan for putting on the broadcast. We appreciate it. So I got great teammates at Fastlane Racing. So kudos to Ron on the win, and Aaron really helped me out this week. So appreciate that. Glad to have some new guys join the league. So thanks to everyone watching.
Alrighty, Ricky, enjoy the rest of your night, and we will see you Saturday. Are you racing?
Yep, I'll be there.
All right, Bristol Dirt.
Yep. I'll have my I guess I'll have my extra face mask on. Yep.
Yeah. Alrighty. We
See
will
you
see you
guys.
there. Enjoy your rest of your week.
Thanks.
Zirkle, what do you think?
Well, what I'm thinking is I'm kind of shocked. Like both of y'all said, we didn't have any cautions whatsoever, for instance. And Darlington is a very hard track. I think, honestly, of course, harder than Martinsville. And we all know what happened to Martinsville. But we went completely caution free for instance. I'll put that out there since we had the stage cautions. But I just still can't get over these drivers, how well they're driving, how well they've been able to, see situations in front of them and react to them as well as they have. This league's come a long way from what we did when we were starting. So, and of course, for my sponsoring, I know BeefJerkyUnlimited.com sponsors our team on Tuesdays in the trucks. For them to come on to this stream and come in for the Xfinity series is huge for the league as well. So I just see so many leaps and bounds happening at this point. But man, this race was a really good race. I know my heart was dropping there for Ron at the end, hoping he didn't lose all of his marbles there at the last couple laps there, and honestly, I was kind of rooting on Charles in the back of my mind, even though I told him it wasn't true. It wasn't true. He wasn't gonna get it. But all in all, man, such a good race.
I would agree. Number one, are you racing Saturday?
I will be there Saturday. I'm
Okay.
going to be slinging dirt all over the place.
I just wanted to make sure. So, with that being said, folks, Saturday, you can catch me and Zirkle on the track in the next gen cars for the G.O.A.T Racing League Cup Series. That's Global Strategy Team, AdminBoxx, Jerky Unlimited, Jack's Collectible Diecast, all the sponsors out there. If I forgot one, I'm sorry. But I think that's all of them. But that will be broadcasted by Signature Esports. That'll be on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Zirk and I will be racing. So you can catch us there. Thank you, everybody, for the subscribes, the likes, the follows. Everything you do out there helps. Just gives us another little bit of enjoyment in what we do, that people are out there enjoying it and showing that they're enjoying it. And it, of course, helps us to be able to do this for you. All in all, with that being said, like Charles said, next Tuesday the trucks will be off, and then we will be back Thursday night here racing at. Where are we at? Where are we at, Circle? Texas.
We will be at
Oh,
Texas.
buddy.
Love it.
That's going to be a
One
heck
of my
of a
favorite
race.
tracks.
Yeah, that's going to be a heck of a race. So we will be back here next Thursday for the Go Racing League Beef Jerky Unlimited Xfinity Series at Texas Motor Speedway. Be a heck of a race. We'll see who can try to dethrone Ron Walsh once again. See if we have another fuel strategy race, or if that one might bring some cautions. There's a lot of grooves there that you can run. So there's going to be cars. They're going to be running double file. It's going to be interesting. You can pass there. So
And I'm going to call it early here, Nate. I feel Levi McCarty, watch him at Texas. He has been good there before. I've watched him before in other leagues. So keep an eye on him.
it could be the week. It could be the week. All right, folks. That is going to be for it for us tonight on G.O.A.T Esports. Your winner once again was Ron Walsh, followed by Vance Goik and Udding, finishing out the podium positions. Thank you for tuning in. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We'll see you next Thursday.